Welcome to Practical Magic Musings, the show where you get rituals and wisdom for your most magical life. And I'm your host and spiritual guide, Cassandra Bodzak. And today I want to talk about manifesting and being a magnet. I feel like this is so trendy right now. There's a lot of different books and programs and all sorts of things out right now about being a manifestor, about law of attraction, about, being a magnet for things in your life. And it's something that, work that I've been doing for years and things that I do think are really helpful. But I think what's happening and what we're going to see more and more of happening is that people are reading these books and they're kind of doing these techniques, so to speak, but they're not seeing the results, and they're wondering, why am I not manifesting my ideal body? Why am I not manifesting that soulmate partner I want? Why am I not manifesting the job or the money? I don't understand. I'm doing all my things. I'm doing my manifestation ritual. I'm doing, my affirmations. I'm keeping myself in a positive, a positive state of mind. I'm speaking positively about it. And it's not happening. And, there is, I want to say there is like the disclaimer of divine timing there, but this episode is not about divine timing. So, but this is the, in my opinion, one of the flaws in the manifestation system, or the one thing that most people don't want to look at, which is holding them back from actually manifesting the money or the job or the man or the, the healthy, radiant body, right? Is that we are doing the surface level work, right? We're doing the affirmations. We're, keeping our quote unquote vibe high by, thinking positively as much as we can and listening to meditations and doing all of this work. And I am not in any way discounting that work, because it is important work and you will be happier for it. You will put yourself in a better place when you are showing up to consciously speak better about your life and think better about your life. But here's the thing, for a lot of people, they can get really into it and maybe they'll be like in a intense goal of manifesting and they're doing all the work and they're saying all the things, and they've got their vision board going and they're speaking into their future, and they, kind of like bring themselves back whenever they have a negative thought around it. And it gets to a point where it becomes exhausting, where it feels unsustainable, or where it feels fake, where you're like, well, I keep on saying that, I love my body and my body is, radiant and healthy and all this stuff. But you know what? But then my adrenal fatigue catches up to me, or my, autoimmune condition flares up. And I keep on being positive about, my dating life and finding my person, but then I go on another date and they end up sucking, whatever, right? Or, I'm trying to do all this work around my money, but I'm just keep on getting confronted with the fact that, I have all these bills or whatnot, right? And here is the thing. Manifestation, and I'm not saying, and again, manifestation, let's say on the, like, as like a surface level topic, right? It's kind of you thinking, well, what do I need in my life so that I feel better? Right? Well, I would feel better if I had, a sexy, intelligent, incredible partner. So let me manifest that. Oh, well, I would feel better if I was making $1 million. So let me manifest that. Oh, well, I would feel better if, I healed this rash on my legs right now. So let me manifest that healing, right? And in reality, if you've studied a lot of the older texts around manifestation, it is that catch-22, where it's like you have to feel better to attract the thing that will make you feel better. And so there's this element of the teaching of it that teaches us to visualize and be in the presence of it already happening, of being in the presence of it already existing. And it's not wrong, but it's not the most effective. So if you do, and I did this for years, right, where every morning I would visualize and I would sit in the present tense of my future me. So I would sit in what it was going to look like when I had that incredible husband, when I had the beachfront property, when I had the the book, when I had all these things, right? And I would sit in it and it would feel so flippin' good. And I don't think this is not a bad exercise at all. I highly recommend it, actually. But here's the thing that I realized was that ultimately I would get so far on that, right? But then I would kind of keep on flipping back and reverting. And there would be some days where maybe for the 5 minutes in the morning I could get into it, but then the day would come and I would be like faced with the reality that it was, another night alone with Netflix, or faced with the reality of, wow, my bank account is super depressing, or faced with the reality of, I'm still not doing the thing that I love, or whatever it was, right? And the truth is that when we're kind of trying to, even in that situation, there's part of us, right? There's this whole story around manifesting. You have to believe it to see it, or you'll see it when you believe it. The Wayne Dyer's famous quote, and it's true. But here is the thing: when we heal our core relationship with ourselves, then all of a sudden we do feel like it's possible. We do feel like it's on its way, because we're actually going beneath the surface level, right? The surface level of seeing what is in your day-to-day life right now, and the surface level of imagining what could be in your day-to-day life at a different time. When we actually work at the root, we become really powerful magnets and manifestors, because it's emanating, our magnetism, our power, our manifestation is coming from the core belief in who we are. And so this is like the giant cheat code, right? And it's not really even a cheat code. It's really the only way to sustainably and consistently manifest and be a magnet for the things you desire in your heart, is clearing out your core beliefs as to why you can't have it. Because if you have a record playing down there saying, you're just not worthy of people paying you for this work that you love, right? You're just not worthy of having a man that treats you like a queen and cherishes you and wants to marry you or whatever. And then what happens is that we can do all this manifestation work, and we're visualizing, and we're saying affirmations, and we're keeping our vibration high, and we're trying to be happy as much as possible, and we're trying to speak positively, and it's all great. But it's us kind of faking it, instead of being able to come from a genuine place of, when you heal that relationship with your body, with your being, with the core of who you are, with your innate worthiness, with your innate I am divine, right? Then you don't have to have the physical manifestation of what you want to know that is completely possible and on its way to you. When you truly claim that you are a goddess, you are a radiant, confident, magnetic goddess, your king, or whoever your divine partner is, king, queen, whoever you want to attract, is, that they're out there, and they're gonna come for you. And that you can now not settle in any way. You can now not go on dates with guys that don't present themselves in that way. You can cut things off as soon as you feel like it, that person isn't standing up to your standards, because your vibration, your alignment, and your worth, and what you believe is possible for you, is at such a level that you will not accept anything less. And that, my friends, is when you get it. And the truth is that if you're not attracting it, if it's not coming in yet, and like I said, there is the factor of divine timing, but to be honest, I will just say, and I've said this on multiple podcasts for you guys that have listened to me before, I got the download real loud and clear many years ago that says it'll happen as fast as you let it. And I can honestly say that for me, that was exactly how it happened. My partner came in as soon as I got really clear and healed up my ish with myself and said, oh, wow, I actually am worthy of an amazing man. I am worthy of the dream relationship that I have had in my head since I was a little girl, in all of its little intricacies. And I can tell you, ladies out there, give you some hope, that don't settle. Like, don't settle. That's like literally, I feel like on my wedding day, I'm going to get on the mic and be like, to all the women in the room, don't settle. Know your worth, right? Because when you do, he can come in as fast as you let him. And the same thing goes for your business. When you do the deep healing work and you align yourself, when I am connected to the value that I bring, right, to my innate worth as a guide, as a mentor, as a teacher, I am like the biggest client magnet. If I'm like pushing a program, whatever. And for some of you guys who have watched me on my stories, you probably see it and feel it when I'm in it. I'm like, guys, this is literally going to change your life. I mean, that's how I feel about this Divinely You program right now, right? But I'm like, oh yeah, am I worried at all about the women that are going to be attracted to this? No, because one, I know, like, I'm so confident in who I am and in my being and what, and with that comes being confident in my innate value, my worth, my value, right? And I know my innate worth and value in my relationship, where I know that, like, I joke around. One of the things I was really clear about is I want a man who feels like he won the lottery. And I will tell you that Patrick will literally say sometimes, he's like, I feel like I landed the woman of my dreams, you know? And things have moved to progress very fast for us because we both feel that way, but because he does feel that way too, you know? And that was something that I wanted to manifest. I wanted to manifest someone that it wasn't just that they loved me. It was that they literally felt like they won the lottery being with me, right? Because I wanted the kind of relationship where both of us felt like that. And similarly, in my career, right, you get to manifest. I manifest the best flipping clients. Like, I genuinely I know the women that are listening to this that have worked with me one-on-one or have worked with me in a more intimate program, they freaking know. Like, there is some deep love, right? Because we get so connected. I resonate so much with the women I attract. And I just feel so blessed to get to have those women in my life. I do feel like they are my family, all the women that I work with. And that, again, that's something that I manifested. I'm like, because I know I'm worthy of that. I'm worthy of getting to work with incredible women who are freaking pleasure to help up level, who are freaking pleasure to guide along this road. And I say all this to you because I hope to be a testimonial to this work. And I'm not here to say that there's going to be, anyone's going to wave a wand and all of a sudden, like, all of your childhood trauma, all of the people along the way that said that you weren't good enough, or you had a big nose, or you broke your heart when you were young and created all these beliefs, it's going to be like this push a thing and it goes away. No. But when you start doing this work, I swear things shift faster than you can imagine, because you're now looking at all these old lies that you told yourself, right, through mature, more conscious eyes that can then connect to the truth of the matter and help rewrite that story. And when we rewrite that story, that's when we are a crazy powerful manifester. Because you are worthy of everything. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You are worthy of everything. And another one, your heart's desires were put there for a reason. You weren't given desires that you couldn't call into your life. There is a reason that, if you're, I'm like, there's a reason that I don't have the heart's desire of being a champion wrestler, right? that wasn't part of my path, right? And the desires that you have around your romantic life, the desires you have around your career and how you can be of service, and your finances, your lifestyle, the kids you want to have, the pets you want to have, whatever it is, and the health that you want to have, the radiant health, how you want to feel in your body, how you want your body to move. They were not random. They were not random. And there is a part of you that I'm speaking to right now, deep down in there, that knows that. That knows that you are worthy of all of it. That you are a magnet. You are a programmed magnet for all of it. But what we gotta do is we gotta clear all the crap that over the years got put on top of that magnet, right? Stopping its power, that are not true. And that's the stuff, right? That you can, think positive thoughts all the live long day. You can constantly be raising your vibration in all the different ways, going every sound bath, doing, playing the drums, like doing all your crazy things. And like I said, I do all of that and I'm down with it. It's fun. But it's not until, but if you're not doing the deep work, manifesting is going to be hard. That's it. Manifesting is going to be hard. And, and it's funny because amongst my close friends and my girlfriends, it's a joke that I'm a very powerful, it's a joke, but it's a true joke, right? That I'm a really powerful manifestor, because even though they'll be like, you're insane with the stuff you're able to manifest, I will literally, one of my favorite kind of silly things that I manifest like all the time, that I literally just manifested this week again, was I will literally have fleeting thoughts about desiring a beach vacation, and someone will offer me a free beach vacation. It happens literally every single time. And nice like luxury beach vacation is no like cheap thing to manifest for free. But every single time, I mean, that's a whole different podcast, manifesting Patrick, but that one day I'll do that. But it's like, I will literally, sometimes I will think like with one-on-one clients, sometimes I'll be like, you know what? I think what I try to do with my one-on-one clients, I only take a few of them at a time, because it's a very intensive relationship, and it does take a lot of energy, because I'm really holding space for them and I'm thinking about them and all the time, even when we're not talking. So I try to unload them in kind of shifts, so that I can like get into a groove and then decide if I have space for another one. But so many of the times I'll be in that space where I'm like, I'll have like, a couple days where I'll be like, I feel like I have enough space in my schedule. I could take on one more woman. Like, I feel like another woman, like kind of coming, and that I'm going to really help. And sometimes I'll even get specific hits. Like, oh, I feel like I'm going to help her with her career, but she's also going to have some body stuff that comes up, and, whatever. I'll think this whole thing. And then I'll just get an email out of flipping nowhere. I'll get an email from someone that'll be like, I've been listening to your YouTube videos or watching your podcast or on your whatever. And they'll be like, and I don't even know if you have any spaces for one-on-one coaching, but I just feel like I really need it right now. This is what's going on. Literally almost every time. It's insane. And why is it? Because that's manifesting, right? Manifesting is when you don't even need to do all the hoopla to call it in. Where it brings to your consciousness, you're like, oh, I'd like that. That would be good, or whatever it is. The desire arises, the thought arises, and then we call it in. Because when we've cleared that block, and we know, like, for instance, in that case, I know that, like, I'm worthy of someone offering me a free beach vacation, which is, I know it's silly and it's random, right? But there's no question of my worth around that, so it flows in easily. Same thing with clients. I know I'm, not to toot my own horn, but I know I'm a really great mentor. So I have no doubt that, like, of course, why wouldn't women want to work with me? Because I'm excellent at what they do, and if they're ready to get those results, then great, And so when we clear the blocks, and here's the thing, you already are a powerful manifestor in certain areas of your life. And I would even look at this for a little proof in the pudding. Think about, like, are you great at manifesting, like, finding $1 on the street? I know some of my clients have like said that was a thing for them, where it's like, okay, because they don't have any blocks to finding a dollar on the street. In fact, they almost feel like it's natural for them. They've created a beneficial story in their head that says, I'm just one of those people that always finds money on the street, right? And some people might have a thing around friends, right? They know like, oh my God, of course I'm like worthy of having like amazing friends. It's like that's all, like that's a clear channel for them. So they always attract new amazing friends. And if you look at your life right now and you look at the little areas where you feel like you're a manifestor, and I'm saying, even if you think about small things like you manifest someone sending you flowers, or you manifest a free coffee at the coffee shop, or you manifest someone sending you that like extra dessert at a restaurant, the little things that you manifest, it's important to look at them because you can see that you're in alignment with the worthiness of attracting that, right? And when you apply that to some of these bigger areas, some of these areas you're having trouble manifesting in, some of these areas that you've been trying to manifest things for years, they don't, it feels like white knuckling it, right? Because you haven't gotten to the core, you haven't gotten to the root. So that's why a lot of times in manifesting, people will tell you to find something that's just like slightly out of the practicality. So if you're used to making $10,000 a month, why don't you manifest $12,000 a month next month? Because it's such a small incremental upgrade that you can almost slip it on by being like, okay, well, if I'm worthy of 10, then I might not connect with 20, but I could probably get away with 12, right? But that's the trick of the system, right? We are incrementally jumping, whereas when we do the deep work, when we show up to heal our relationship with our body, to heal our relationship with our being, because they're both interconnected, right? If you struggle with complicated body stuff, I would bet that you have complicated issues around money or your love life or both. Because they are all interwoven. And once you start healing one, they all start healing because you start connecting to your full worth. And all of us will have different progress on that, because you might have a level 3 worthiness around love, and a level 5 worthiness around money, and a level 6 worthiness around your body. So you're going to be able to move through your body one first and be like, okay, got my body up to an 8 or a 9, right? And 10, I don't think 10 is like being an ascended master, but you get yourself up to an 8 or 9. Now all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, all that like my skin is clearing up, or I feel better, I have more energy, all this stuff starts flowing again in that area because you got your vibrational alignment right in that area. And then that starts bleeding over. Well, now you're more confident in your body, you're more confident in your being. You have that innate feeling of worthiness, and the body is so important because different from love and money, when you heal your body, you also start healing your core relationship with you, which is the one we really want to get at, right? So in my Divinely You program, we're doing body and being. Why? Because when you heal body and being, then the other ones are easy. The other ones are easy because body and being is who you are at your core. So if you have a core belief, a core energy, a core vibration of I am worthy, of I am a goddess, let's just say I am a goddess, right? This will be one of the things we're doing in Divinely You, is really connecting to that I am a goddess vibration, because that is a next level high vibration. When we connect to that I'm a goddess, well, what do you think a goddess is worthy of money-wise? Flippin' everything. Anything and everything she wants. What do you think a goddess is worthy of romance-wise? Flippin' whoever she wants. And what would make her the most happiest, right? And so when we actually just skip on all of the, we skip these specific things and we go to the root of it, we just handle the core, then you'll become a powerful manifester for everything. My girlfriends used to joke around that I had some sort of like magical magical diamond hoo-ha or whatever, because I would date these guys and I wouldn't even be sleeping with them. We'd just be like going on a few dates, and they would offer me the most extravagant things. I'm talking like, let's go to Paris after 2 days. Like, can I buy you this crazy expensive bag? Let me take you to this like fancy place. Like all this like let me introduce you to so and so for your business. Like all like just offer me these kind of like outrageous things, and and my girlfriends are like, what? Like what do you do? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, of course they're offering me that stuff. Like that's just what they do, right? But and that's a silly, exaggerated example, even though it's completely true. It was because in that area, I was like, well, of course, I'm worthy of a guy wanting to take me to Paris. And you know what? I said no to most of it just because I was like, I don't want to go to Paris with a stranger. Or I don't need your, Chanel bag. If I just met you, like that's weird. I don't want to feel like bribed, right? But and then but then I've also attracted very generous, caring, loving, romantic partners who felt that energy as well. And again, it was just that level of course I'm worthy of that. Of course I'm worthy of that. And there was no scarcity around it. I wasn't like, well, if I don't accept this guy's offer to go to Tahiti, then no one will ever take me to Tahiti, which is a whole different energy too, of being like, I'm actually like, I know I'm so worthy of this. It's kind of like, if you guys know you're worthy of, trying to think of like a silly little thing. Well, yeah, we'll just keep it on the dating for now. If you know that you're worthy of an amazing man, then like when you go on a crappy date, you're like, all right, next. Because you're not worried. You're not like, oh, well, I mean, I guess he's okay at this. I mean, he doesn't have that thing I want. But no, you're not like bargaining there. You're like, okay, well, I know that I believe in abundance around amazing men, and I know that I'm worthy of that, so there'll be another run around the corner. Similarly, if you're a coach or whatever working with clients, right? It's not that I don't have clients that like, will get on a phone call and then their money shit will come up and things will happen and they'll be like, you know what, I really want to do this, but I have to figure this out financially or whatever, right? I just don't sweat it. Why don't I sweat it? Because I know that there are plenty of women that will see the value, that will want to invest in it, that will be ready. And most of those people end up coming back when they figure out their money stuff because they know they really want it anyway. So I'm not in this like, oh my God, if I don't like figure it out. I'm very like flexible and generous with people as far as like payment plans and stuff like that, because I totally get what it's like to try to be figuring out a budget and stuff like that when you're in a growing phase of your life. But I'm not like, offering them my services for free or like giving away my sessions for nothing, because I'm not in a lack mentality of it. I know my worth. I know the value that I bring, right? So it's easy to just say, okay, sorry, it's not going to work right now. I'll see you when I see you, right? When we have that energy, we are so much more attractive. We are so much more magnetic, right? When we're not allowing ourselves, sometimes we sabotage ourselves in both dating and in work, because we finally get that opportunity that we want. We finally get, oh wow, there's like that incredible man that has all the like your check boxes off in front of you, and now you're blubbering and you're so nervous and you're not even yourself because you're not vibrationally aligned with being worthy of him yet, so you blow it. Or you get that career opportunity, you get that speaking opportunity, your boss asked you to lead a presentation. You get that opportunity to step up to the plate and, hit it out of the park, but your worthiness is not aligned with it, so you self-sabotage. So you get nervous. So you either decline it or you do it and you're not in your full glory and your full radiance of who you are because you didn't feel like you were aligned with receiving it. So all this is to say, for those of you that are out there that are reading the books on manifesting, doing programs on manifesting, and you're hitting your head against the wall being like, why is it not coming? This is why. And all of that stuff is good, and all of that stuff will make you like unstoppable once you heal the root. all of those little practices, all those little techniques, just amp it up even more. Just make it happen even faster when you heal the root. But if you don't heal the root, one is constantly going to feel like it's almost exhausting living in a fake reality. It's going to feel so ungenuine to you. But it's not going to be sustainable, because it's just going to keep pulling you back, because that pattern and that messaging is so strong that you can't fake it forever. So with that being said, this is why I'm doing Divinely You, and why I'm so passionate about doing this work and offering this program, and offering it at the most accessible price I've ever offered anything this intimate and intense, because this is the work that will make you a magnet and a manifestor, like for all the different areas of your life, because we're going to get down there. We're going to look at it. We're going to heal your core relationship with your body and your being, so that you start raising your vibration and getting into alignment with these things that you want to attract to your life. Because you deserve that. You came here with these desires in your heart, with these dreams, because you were made to see them manifest on this planet during your lifetime. And you are innately a powerful manifester. Just like you are innately worthy and divine and radiant and magnetic. But things happen in all of our lives, mine not excluded, that had us forget who we really are. That had us put 2 and 2 together and make it mean 5. That we're not worthy. That we're not lovable. That we're never gonna find that amazing partner, or that those career dreams are just unrealistic, right? And so we need to just get to the bottom of it. Get to the bottom of it, because when you heal that core relationship, everything falls into place. And who you truly are gets to shine through. And all those beautiful things that you're truly worthy of, that are just waiting for you to turn your light on. Let's turn your light on. So if you're ready to do this thing, click the link below, apply for Divinely You. We kick off, the deadline to apply is this Saturday, November 16th for this round, depending, I don't know if you're listening to this in the future, but November 16th, Saturday for this round, deadline to apply. We kick off our first live call next Monday on the 18th, I believe it is. This is going to be a transformative 3 months with weekly support from me, with weekly modules and tools and meditations to help work through this core belief structure, this core relationship that's fundamental to you being the powerful manifestor and magnet that you were born to be. And so I really hope you join me for it. It's just going to be epic, and I'm so flippin' excited. So I hope to see you in there. And thank you for listening to another episode of Practical Magic Musings. I hope that this helped you regardless on your manifesting journey. Get to the bottom of some stuff. Stop being so hard on yourself. And and if you want to check out, if you would like to leave a comment, let me know if you've jived with this, if you resonated with this. I really appreciate every 5-star review. It helps more light makers like yourself find Practical Magic Musings, connect with our community, and just spread the word on all this good stuff. Bye, guys.